The moment it nice. Oh yeah. Some of us took that 458s. I think it worked out well. Mhm. Hey, yesterday you texted me, Frank. I oh yeah, you know, Lab man. Yeah, yeah. I see. Yeah, even I lost. I did not lose 1.8, but yeah, I lost quite a bit on that. That was a dumb, dumb move. That was a dumb move. I did not expect all of this to happen on Tesla. But yeah, yeah, because once the whole, at least it was when I took the position all the way from 900s to 930s into 950s. Then there was a chance that it was going to come back down, and I would have sold puts against it, then calls against it again, and recovered most of that. Uh, but then the split news came out, and there was no, it was just unmitigated. Yeah, yeah, couldn't. Once it cleared 1080, then it was 1120 was clear as day there. So I, I don't know what idiotic sort of they're saying they want to increase the number of shares. I don't know if that's going to be stock split or they're going to dilute the share, float. I don't know. But they're talking about a dividend attaching. It's just weird. Just weird. Yeah. Well, it kind of depends on the structure of the company as well. So, how much you're going to return to the shareholders, and who are the major shareholders, and stuff like that. All right, so let's jump into this stuff. Let's open up futures as usually. Futures are looking really upbeat here. No surprises. VIX has been coming down all this while, and it's below, I think, 19 now. Is there any hope for VIX? I don't think so. I don't think so. What's next? I mean, war, looking for war. War happened. That's done. Then looking for that rate hikes. That's done. The word global recession was being thrown around. That's done. What next? I have no idea. So for now, stability is back until the next uh, whatever issue comes up that kind of rocks the stability here and there. But for now, looks like everything is back in order. The war most likely will come to an end. Russia sanctions will take effect, and most likely Russia sanctions. I think they will be dialed down. they would not be as severe as that, as they sound today. But I think they will be dialed down. That's what my understanding is. Going forward, I think some sort of a deal will be cut, and Russia oil will be back in European markets, yada yada yada, and will be, So now again, I think we're back to technicals on VIX. How about 100 SMA on monthly? Yeah, that's a bounce point I'm also watching. But that will be an ephemeral bounce. It would not be a bounce that is meaningful, simply because there's nothing that is irritating VIX at the moment. So probably it will come down to it's 100 on the monthly and most likely bounce there. The only hope that you can see right now is that 100. And then after that, I think it will push down to 1515 or somewhere around that. So that's the second standard deviation on monthly. I think that's where it is headed. Uh, Even though it looks kind of oversold on the daily, but there's nothing telling you that there's absolutely nothing, uh, either domestically nor internationally, besides some humanitarian crisis here and there. Nobody gives a fuck about that. So yeah, VIX is stable. Uh, and we could look for further downtrending of VIX. And now coming back to futures, futures are pumping, and I think futures are pushing toward what is the number out here now, 46.76. So coast looks clear. So this is where I think we are headed. 46.70. Let's round it up at 46.70 on futures. To the downside, all right, let's plot it this way. 46.08, and futures are headed into 46.70 to the downside, 45.82, and the mean is sitting around at 45.22. So it has left its mean on the weekly. The downside is 45.25. I don't see it going beyond below that. I definitely don't see that going below the mean. But here is where the if it comes back down 45.82 or 45.80, somewhere around that. And let's see the daily. The mean is about here 43.60. So about a good 250 points away from the mean. And now I think it is headed into its third standard deviation. Uh, 47. I'm not looking at all-time highs right now, but definitely something that we want to keep an eye on. And I don't see a lot of downside. Other technical downside, we can predict it. Pretty straightforward stuff. But other than technical downside, I don't see anything happening right now. So the market, I think, looks like in a clear direction again. And let's see. Can we plot VIX? So the SPY, or rather SPX, where can we plot SPX? And these are the stocks that I'll be trading today: Facebook, Microsoft, and Tesla. And keep an eye on futures. And let's see SPX. Let's open it there. If you were in last night charting session, you know we are looking for uh, Netflix, Facebook, and Microsoft. Apple, I'm not looking to trade it. I'll be watching that Apple as I do every day for push up. 45.86. I think this is my base case. It will open up around here, I think. Where is SPY right now? Let's see. All right, so wow, 459. So about here. SPY SPX should open above 4600. and then we look to push into 4677. This is what I'm looking for, SPX, and SPY should think do the same, run into 466. Will it happen today? I don't know. I don't know, because majority of the retail is still skeptical about things. So, but technicals are there. Technicals are still there. One more green bar is still, SPX can belt out one more green bar here. And let's open up SPY here. Right. So it's about here and probably 466. This is also assuming a 466. And this is also 4600, somewhere around here, 45, 4600. So let's see. Today is, besides technicals, and which we can predict now, technicals which we can predict. Besides technicals, I think everything else is in order. So technicals we can easily predict, and international stuff that I think is behind us. Oil looks like it will push up today. So look for SPX. Uh, Downside on SPY is 453. I don't think it's going to come back down that far, but look for that, and see if we can charts here. 459. I think it's opening up here. So 460. Let's look for 461 to the upside, and you can play 459, and then 450. If it come down to 457.90, that would be a bounce area. And the technicals, again, we're back to technicals. If this gets resolved, first bounce should be around 458. If that breaks, the second bounce should be around 457. I don't see it going below that. And for whatever reason, if it does, then the mean is sitting around here, 454. So this is how we can play this game. 454. I don't believe this is going to happen. 454. But just in case 1 hour starts to get resolved and come back down, this is where we'll make the decision at 457 whether we're going to play it to the downside or it will bounce to the upside. If it comes down, first bounce point is around 458, second bounce point around 457. And again, I don't see it going below there. If it does, then the mean is sitting around 454. That's how I want to play that. VIX. Oh, there's nothing much to look for in VIX right now. Everything is down on VIX. So we'll keep it simple with VIX. This is where, so first bounce point on VIX should come around here, 1865. And I think it will bounce there, but then it will pierce. And probably we are looking for this number 1530, which is consistent. Look at all of this, that is consistent, right? So VIX should be pushing down here. That is consistent with the historical value of VIX in normal times, and this is consistent with 1550 on the weekly time frame as well. On the daily, VIX has lost all of its battles, lost its 8, lost its 21, lost its mean 100, 50, sorry, 50 EMA, SMA, then 200, sorry, 100, then 100. It lost all of it. And I think it is pushing down to about, after that bounce on the weekly or monthly, then we'll look for 18 or 1796 on VIX. Should be an ephemeral bounce, and I think then VIX should push down towards 1680. Then VIX should push down towards 1550 or somewhere around this rate, which is consistent. And the historic bounce point is here, which came back down, and the average for VIX is about here, right? So this is where it is headed right now. This is the average for VIX, this range. The lows for the VIX would be about 14. I don't think VIX going to go down to 14 yet, but I think there's one more push down on the markets during April, and after that, I think the coast is clear. One more push down during April, probably the first week of April. Then I think we push back towards the all-time highs. Um, PayPal. Let's look at the PayPal. So PayPal still looks good. If crypto starts to pump, you can look for a clearance of this 8 and then push into 138. So you still have a good $20 upside on this one. Will it happen right away? I don't think so, but look for Bitcoin to push up or crypto to push up. And if PayPal can clear the 8, then we are looking for an upside on PayPal. Let's see the daily for PayPal. Again, the same scenario. The RSI is pushing up, but the this thing is coming down. So I'm betting that the lower time frames are oversold or overbought. That's the reason this is happening. Look for a push above this number. I'm sure you have the. Excuse me. I'm sure you have the charts. Look for a push above this number right here. Then we'll look for 121 as our base case, and top for today should be 123 or 124 around that number. So look for that. Uh, right now, I think it is breaking above that, and then I think the base case to the upside should be 121.45, and the top should come around 124. Toward the downside, 113 to 111. That's the downside. And I think it will push down first, then we'll push up again. And look for entries based on your 1 hour and 15-minute charts. Look for entries. I think this is still showing uptrend. I think this will continue uptrend. So if you see that one, then look for an entry here. 1 8 somewhere on this. So everything that we charted is happening, but the thing is, their Facebook already took. But the thing is, it is happening, pre-markets. So we are unable to take advantage of these moves. Most likely, I'll start looking into getting into futures again, so that we can catch bigger moves from the markets. One more thing, we did chart it last night, but I wanted to go over that again. Bitcoin. So this thing is pushing. Obviously, we're looking for this to hit this. Now the expectation is to come back up and test 51 for 76. Let's round that up to 51.5. Now here is the thing that I'm looking for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, even last night we charted this. Bitcoin will head into this number again and most likely will push down from there. Then, once you see Bitcoin pushing above this 200 moving average, that's when I want to get involved in miners heavily. Right now, I could be day trading miners because I think it will go into this number and test that number again, which is about 1,000 points, maybe 500 points above here. So once it clears this number, that's where the real trading will come into the miners. If you're looking for a small ticket item, maybe a hut is something that you can look, or Mara Riot. Riot, I think, is about 20 something, and Riot is about 20 something. Mara is about 30 something. And if you want to look for some larger moves or larger ticket item, MSTR is your friend. Of course, Tesla will be in the mix. And the other one that you want to keep an eye on is this guy. There. So keep an eye on this one. And think Square, if it pushes 147, is not too. Uh, it's conceivable. 147 to 152 range for Square is very near. It is not, and this is just not a Bitcoin sort of a thing. They have a large enough presence, they have a large enough business, and they make good commissions. So this business is still intact. Uh, and I think they're talking about snow as well. I'm not going to go into that. I think we have a good, solid watch list here. And Ed last night he looked at Unity software as Unity software is looking good as well. MSFT we charted last night, Akash. MSFT is we are looking for one. I think 314 something. I think MSFT is there. Yeah, MSFT did hit that, but I think it will test those numbers again. Think if it can clear there, MSFT. This is why we were looking for MSFT. This was the base case. Then I think it will push. If it does, if the push comes, 318 is not out of the question right now. This is where it is headed, 318. LRCX, yeah, LRCX is one of the best ones. Uh, so yeah, LRCX is still going up. LRCX is still pushing up alongside the SMH and SOX. Uh, and any specific stock that you can anybody's looking for? We did Tesla last night. Yep, yep. We did Tesla last night. So I think this is where Tesla is headed, 1170. And Tesla has been pushing up. There's been no red day. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So uh, Tesla being Tesla, it doesn't really matter if it's been up for straight 10 days or whatnot on an average. But then, Tesla is Tesla. A regular candle, still, even on a regular candle, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10 days of straight gains on Tesla. Go figure. That is straight up bull run. And I'm still so 11:20, 11:30. This is still again. This will happen again today. This number will be thoroughly tested. Once it clears that number, Tesla is looking to push into 1160 to 1170 range. This will happen. There's enough momentum behind it. MACD is still intact, and Apple will keep going. Not charting Apple. I think last night we charted Apple, but chart Cat and Qcom. Let's see Cat. Cat 228 is still viable. 228 is still viable. The with this war situation happening, I think the whole domestic agenda got a backseat, took a backseat. But I think that is still a viable situation. So let's wait for this downturn to get done with. Most likely, it should bounce around here. I think 215 to 213. So maybe about here, 211. But after this downturn, CAT will push into this number again, 228. After this technical downturn, this is nothing more than a technical downturn here for CAT. After this technical downturn is done, CAT will still push back up. So you can look to play a range on CAT. I think 211 to 228. This is the range you can play with CAT, both to the upside and to the downside. Qcom. So the thing with Qcom is it's actually fairly straightforward to trade Qcom. All you need to do is open up this chart, open up this chart, and put Apple here and trade the heck out of this thing. Apple goes up, this thing goes up. Of late, probably it's pricing in something of a downturn, but no. If Apple goes up, Qcom goes up. There's just, that's just how it works with Qcom. Uh, Qcom is one of the largest supplier for Apple, I believe. So that's why, this is how it works with Qcom. And to the upside, we are still looking at 162.40. If that hasn't already happened, oh well, we're up. So I think this is where it is headed. And if it will clean this up, it will clear this up. And then I think we're headed into 165. What's the all-time highs? 193. Yeah, we got quite a bit of upside on this one as well, Qcom. And we all know how to trade the banks. Use your, put up this, put up your US 10-year, put up your XLF, and then trade something like a GS. This is how you do this one. Wow, look at that thing. Oh boy. Okay, fair enough. That happened. So now let's go back to if you're trading chips, the way that you want to trade is you want to put up SOX, then you want to put up SMH, then you want to put up probably NVIDIA. I don't really, whoa, look at that thing. I don't really want to trade NVIDIA. I want to trade LRCX. This is what I want to trade. Sheesh. Marissa is going to be mad. Where is she? Marissa is going to be mad. Oh boy. Walmart. Yes, she's mad. Walmart, Walmart. I think Walmart will keep pushing. This is one of best in the breed, best of the breed. So 147.70 is still intact for Walmart. Yeah, 147 is intact for Walmart. Uh, Most likely this will hit this number and probably take a breather there, then start to push into 150 again. 152. I think it will continue its push higher. Inflation now there it's not under control yet. So until inflation is under control, this thing will keep pushing up. Walmart will have a good time. All right, guys, 3 minutes to the open, and I'm sorry, Marissa, I just didn't want you to take that risk, and had things gone south, I just didn't want you to lose the money on that. We'll find another one. We'll find another one. And I don't know if you have seen my note yesterday. Always stay in the money at the money, right? Always say in the money at the money. As a rule of thumb, now the things are changing, fair enough, but as a rule of thumb, in the money at the money.